Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. Can you guys believe it? It is time for Creep on June. Yay! So, I am okay to start airing the pages, I believe. Today's the 22nd. I'm filming ahead. But if you've seen the kit, you'll know that Tracy has these super fun games. And I am going to be playing against Tracy. So, how this is going to work, I think and I hope, is I have to dig out a die from a game or something to have up here just for this. What's going to happen is I'm going to roll the die, and I'll have to post a picture in the Facebook group with my piece. Then Tracy's going to play and post her roll in the Facebook group. Now I'm filming ahead, so I have to, when I'm rolling and filming for the day, stop, take a picture of my game piece and board so that I have it for her on the day of and can post and be like, hey, here is my roll for the day until we get through this game. I think is how it's going to work. I'm really not sure, but we're going to go with it. So what I think I'm going to do, what am I doing? I am looking for my journal, and I am going to pick a page to put our game board on, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of it on the page and the other half is going to flip open. And then how am I going to do this? That is a great question. Maybe I'm not. I'm just going to back the game board, make a pocket so I can tuck it in the pocket when we're done playing the game. That's what we're going to do. Because I want to be able to have it accessible throughout our playing period. And the game may take a few days. It may take all month. We don't know. It depends on how we roll. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support. It looks like this is approximately 7 1/4 wide by approximately 7 1/4 tall. So that's what we're going to go with. So I need to back this on something because I need to back these as well to make them a little bit more like game tokens on our board. So yeah. So 7 1/4 is going to be 3.5 plus an 8, which is 3 5/8, should be about the halfway point. So I need to make sure that whatever page we put this on is going to be 3 5/8 wide. And I think this picture is going to be perfect for that. I know what I'm going to do. I need to print a page so I can keep tally of our plays, and we'll put a pocket. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is a gloss image, and you guys know how much I love gloss images, right? I just love them so much. I hate them, actually, but we're going to go with it. With this creepy armadillo on this page, and this is a really cool bat page. And I thought the bats didn't really matter which way they were, and the armadillo side we're going to cover. So this is 9 inches. That's too big, but we don't need a major deep pocket on here. So that's 7 1/4. So let's see, 7 1/4. So we can just make our pocket. We can do a 2-inch pocket. This will make this page 7 inches tall. This is going on the other side. So we'll have to tear this down just a little bit if I do that. That's not a super heavy piece. Stop overthinking, Jody. Stop overthinking. Let's just make this a 2-inch pocket. And we're going to do it on both sides, because then this will fold. Oops. How about fold it straight? Oh yeah, I like that. And then the bats are on that pocket on that side, which is super fun. Which way is this going to go? This is the side I need for our pocket. And because that is a gloss finish, we are going to use matte gel for our whatever we're going to use on this page. I'm actually going to open this up though, because this has an image of Poe. And so I'm going to tear this down and just do both sides at one time. And we will get to the Poe image at some point. This is going to be just kind of like prepping our base pages for our journal. And I haven't made an actual journal in a while. I mean, I did the little mini May journal. That wasn't enough. So let's just go here under this guy because I just care about the picture of Poe. What is going on? It's because I'm working on this glass map. Okay. Matte gel. Doo-dah, doo-dah. What did I do with it? Okay, some matte gel medium, silicone spatula. All right. Yep. So this is the Poe side. So let's go ahead and get him down, because then while this is, whoa, doing its thing, I have to find a piece of ledger. Oh, I know what I could use. I have some out already. I'm just going to put this on the back side. This is fragile book page, so it has to be adhered to something that's going to break. Yeah. So I hope everybody's doing well today. For reference, today is May 22nd. It is a rainy, yucky mess today. So Mom flew in last night and today's her birthday. So rather than go out in the yuck, I'm going to go down and just make us a lunch. And I think we're just going to play cards this afternoon and hang out. We had talked to her about the weather while she's here, and it's just not, we were like, I think I told you guys, like 10 to 20 degrees below normal temperatures right now, which is like no fun at all. And so we were like, are you sure you want to come and not postpone? She wanted to come, which we're grateful for. We're glad for that. Just wish it was nicer weather. But in Arizona, it's way hot right now. It was like 90 something yesterday. And I'm like, I'll take the 50s. Thanks. 50s for me. Thank you very much. All right. Wow. I knew I was going to do that. I just got matte gel on the floor. See, it's a good thing we didn't replace the carpet in this room. I've pretty much got one shot to get this on here straight. And look at that. Look at me go. I do want to make sure there's no air bubbles behind that so it doesn't want to lift. Oh, I love that jaggedy edge. Now we cannot see the armadillo. Excuse me. Nope, no armadillos. Okay, so that's down. And I'm not going to top it. Did I get it on my chair too? No. Okay. So that's down. So then that's what we'll see. And we still have more we're going to do to this page. I'm not worried about that. But since I had the matte gel out and we're working on this page, I wanted to go ahead and get that on there. And the question is, do I want a matte gel over the top of that? But that is for another day, I suppose. Those are some little collage strips we have now. For those of you who tease me about my scraps, yes, I'm keeping them. Whoa. Okay, and then I need a page for this. And I just said, oh, I know what I'm going to use. And do you think I can remember? No. This is just some vintage looking lined paper. And we just definitely don't want to see the armadillo, but I don't mind the brown showing. And I don't mind I don't need to see down below that line because it's going to be behind that pocket. And this is just some old tablet paper that I have. I had picked up at a sale somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know how old. Oh my gosh. I'm literally looking for the tear ruler that was just in my hand. I can see how today is going to go. Slept in this morning, which was really nice because it was late when we got home last night from the airport and I'm so tired. And then it was dark this morning because of the rain. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have this ginormous raccoon who's been coming to the feeder. Like, Mark sent me a video of it under the feeder last week before last, I don't know, was when he went down to make coffee. I mean, this is great grandpa raccoon. He's enormous. I will try to remember to insert a video I took the night before last. So what, the night of the 20th? He was out here. And like, I knew he was big based on the video that Mark had sent me, but I didn't realize how big until I like saw him with my own eyes under the feeder. Huge. I mean, he's got to be old to be that big. I've never seen a raccoon this big. And I had said the other day when I was filling the bird feeder, I said, Mark, the cable, like, it's hung by a cable and the wires have like a plastic protective coating over them, right? And it's cut. I mean, my bird feeder's 7 or 8 years old. I don't know. It's been knocked down by raccoons before, so Mark had to like fix the glass in it. Anyway, and so I had said when I filled it the other day that it's going to go, like, any storm or raccoon or whatever, it's going to break. And this morning, guess what we woke up to? A broken feeder. So it's laying on the ground. I'm like, dude. And I don't think we can trap him. And we catch and release. We just move them when we catch them. And anyway, he's so big. I don't think he'll fit in our trap, to be honest. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. All right, so that is down. Oh, I love that. Okay, so that can dry, and this is going to be a pocket. And then one thing I'm going to do, because I don't want this to be impeding in the spine, is I'm just going to snip a little bit of this fold off if I can find my scissors. Oh, let's put this away. Oh my gosh, I have butterfingers this morning. I'm anxious. Why am I so anxious? Oh, I know why. Be all right. I'll be all right. Okay. I love the bats on this. When I saw this page, I was so excited. I need to look and see if I have any bat images that I can print and cut, because I don't have any. I do have some small bat dies, but not anything like big. And so I need to look and see what I can find. I'm just taking the slightest of slivers off this because I don't want that getting in the spine and causing problems. So now it won't actually be a part of that, and it lays flatter. I hope that makes sense. All right. So there's that. So now we need something to embellish this pocket. So I can't put this away yet because, again, it's matte gel. And I need to back this piece, and I want to back this, or at least get rid of that white space. Okay, so I have this scrap in my scrap bin, and I love the color with this. So I'm going to glue it to this side, and I think I'll just use this because it's out. Maybe. Oh, and I love this ivy here. Ooh, maybe I should put it on a piece of black cardstock and leave a little, or gray cardstock, and leave a little bit of a border, because I cut a bunch of these the other day. And we could like embellish the sides. Maybe put a couple of, I don't want to cover our design though, so that might be too big. I even have the gray, which is kind of cool. I'm mumbling, sorry. And brainstorming. So you guys like to hear the creative process. So this is where my brain's going this morning. Okay, so I changed my mind on this color paper because doing the math and trying to cut it and all that was just too taxing for my brain this morning. So I got out this gray craft stock that I have, and I just backed the entire piece on that. So it's going to be really sturdy. I did have a faux pas down here with the glue. I'm not worried about that because I feel like as we use it and embellish it and stuff, it's going to be fine. I'm thinking I want to maybe heat emboss the ladders and his eyes and maybe do a little bit of something with these vines because, you know, it's not me if I don't use my embossing glaze. And I want this whole thing to be like super grungy and cool and whatever. But I do have this here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to back these pieces on here. And I'm hoping that one of my circle punches is the right size for these because circles and I do not get along. And that looks like it's just about perfect. And if I cut a little too close, but that's okay. We're just going to hole punch these. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to back these pieces onto this paper. And that one's like smaller. There's nothing that ink can't fix as far as that goes. So I'm not going to stress about it. And they're game tokens. So we're going to have fun. I will go find a die. I think there's an extra die in the Monopoly game and go from there. So what is going to happen here is, where's my glue book? I tried to put things away and tried to clean up the other day because I already know that Creep on June is going to like look like it just went buck wild in my room and be everywhere. And be everywhere. So I'm just taking my glue stick and I am sticking these down onto this paper. I'm going to do all of these like this. Then what's going to happen is I am going to fold this in half and glue it to itself. And I don't know if that's going to be thick enough, substantial enough, excuse me. I should have inked these before I did that. If that's going to end up being substantial enough because I need it to be thick and like truly like game token pieces. And if I'm not happy with these, I can print another sheet. I don't want to, but I can. So just a way, and I could have printed these on heavier paper. Obviously, I didn't do that. Just do like that. It's fine. I don't know how long this scrap has been in my bin, and I am trying to use up some scraps, so it's fine. Oh, to see, I didn't ink any of those. It's okay. And then what I'm going to do is fold this over like that. And I could have like pre-punched the coins and just glued these to the coins, but when I'm dealing with thinner paper like this, I find this to be easy. So this will have to dry now before I can punch these. If I try to punch these when this glue is wet, it's going to be too soft and it's going to just be a big mess. So there's one layer. So we'll let this dry and see how that feels. I already feel like that's not going to be substantial enough, so I may tear around this. I'm going to tear around that and I'm going to glue another layer. I just think that's going to be better. And again, this is just a lightweight scrap that was in my bin, so I'm really not worried about it. It's not like I'm just wasting paper. Ooh, I like that Wednesday. I feel like I should keep that. So let these completely dry, you know, and then we can hole punch them. While this is drying, we can embellish the pocket. We can do our glazing on our game board and go from there. Now, with this, I want to make sure I glue to the white side, so that way it's the dark side that's showing. Okay, So let that dry. I'm going to figure out what colors I want to use on this. Thinking definitely some Lost Shadow and maybe Vintage Photo. And maybe a little bit of Bundled Sage. I'm not sure. We'll see. So we're going to need a place to keep our tokens, right? And so once those are dry and we can cut them and deal with them, they're going to need a spot to be kept with our game board. So what I did was took the offcut of this paper and straightened out the strip. I took the two flaps and just met them to make a straight triangle like so. I will ink behind that because you can see some of the white and I don't want that. Then I folded it over, right, to make a triangular flap. This is not new. Then I just brought the bottom up so that it is like an envelope. So what will happen is I'm probably going to fold the top of this over just like maybe that much. If I can fold a straight line, that would be ever so helpful. I'll glue that down and put a small thumb notch in there. But then see, that shows. I don't like that. Now what am I going to do? It's fine. I'll just put a small thumb notch there and that line's going to be fine. I wish I hadn't done that now. That's okay. Things happen, right? Things happen when we're creating because you're brainstorming and you're in the moment and you do it and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, or I could go ahead and leave that down, but then put a strip of this in the back and hide that. Because then that will give that a little bit more sturdiness. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, we're going to do that. So, where is my... And I'm going to just... What did I do with my glue book? I keep losing my glue book, you guys. It's probably wherever my brain is this morning. I just want to take some of that stark white off there. I didn't coffee dye this paper, obviously, because it's bright white, right? Then we won't, even when we have that little bit of a line, you're not going to see all of that. Okay. I'm going to glue these flaps down. Okay. Glue that down. Glue this one down. They're not straight. That one needed to be down more. Here we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Okay, and then this piece, I just want to cut like, I don't know, a 1/2-inch strip or so. Doesn't really matter. It's just to put it across here to hide that white spot, that white space. Excuse me. It's getting late. I've got to go down and start lunch. And I want that right up to that fold, like as close to it as I can get to minimize the amount of white that's showing here. If I'd have been thinking, I would have put it up under those flaps, but too late. It's fine. It's just holding our game tokens, right? Okay. Perfect. And I want to glue this down just to stabilize that edge. This is very lightweight paper. I wouldn't be doing all of this if this were like cardstock, but it's just a very lightweight paper. I'm thinking it's like, I don't know. I don't even think it's 32-pound paper. All right. So when that glue dries, I can put a small thumb notch in there. I don't like that, but I don't know. What can we do? Something thin. What about a little piece of that across there? And already, you guys, I need to clean up my table. And we're just getting started. Oh my goodness. Okay, just a small strip. We're just going to pretend like it's a decorative strip. And this is thin, so it will fold with no issue. There. So once that's dry, we can refold that. So we'll set that aside. And then what I want to do is make a little tuck for the flap with this vines and ladders, but I don't want to mess up this box because I have a plan for it as well. So I'll just kind of fussy cut around that. Okay, so the vines and ladders, I am going to ink to take off that white. Then just take my black around the edge. Yep. And where does that offcut? Okay. Then we can do, since we're sticking with the gray. Oh, that's perfect. We'll just put this on the card and then cut around that. And it's going to make us a little tuck for our flap. Oh, did I do scorched timber? I did do scorched timber. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's ready to go on here when we know where this is going to land. Okay, so right about there, I think. Glue. And on this, you just want to glue the ends. You want to have room for your flap to tuck in and out of there. This one. Okay. Is that straight? No. It's fine. Okay. All right. This is coming together. I love it. I'm getting glue everywhere. I've got to get rid of this parchment. It's causing me issues here. Okay. So then what I want to do is just stitch around the edges of this pocket. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, clean up this little bit of mess here, and when I come back, we will finish our bits. Oh, I didn't heat emboss either, so I have to do that too. Okay, did you guys notice when I was making my pocket and then making the game piece that there's a problem with this? It's too tall, but that's okay. I got a piece of scrapbook paper, and this is out of that same pad that I had dyed the backs of them, and I just cut the bottom off. This was like a tree branch with the owl at the top, and so I have just what do you call this? Gusseted maybe the belly band just to allow for a little bit more room because this is a fairly substantial piece. And so I was going to make a fabric pocket, but it just was too much to try to put in the pocket. I need to look in my stuff and find those raven silhouettes or blackbird silhouettes that are, I'm probably just going to have to print them and fussy cut some because I want to put something on this page or on this pocket, but I don't have those things printed out yet. So as of right now, what I'm going to do is glue this down, and then this piece will fit in here and it will fit with no problem, just on, as you know, just as a piece on this page. I mean, gosh, did you know that's what I was trying to say? Okay. And anyway, so I'm going to do that. And so this will get glued down on this page with this in it. My question becomes, what else do I maybe want to do on this page? That I don't know. I feel like we need a label of some sort here, a word, something. I need to look and see. I don't have any spooky stuff like that or any kind of words or phrases or sayings. So I need to see. No, there wasn't anything like that in Creep on June last year. I do have a couple of things saved, like Mrs. Cog has a Poe inspired kit that's got just like words and phrases in it. So I'm going to look at that and get it printed out. So I have those sorts of things. But I know there was another one, and I need to go back and remember the name of the digital creator that I know Belle uses, because she had some really good words last year for Creep. And I'm trying to like do my own thing, but sometimes you just need words on your pages, and I don't have anything like this, nor do I have any stamps with those kinds of words to use either. So I think I'm just going to clip this to this page right now, but knowing that's what's going to go here, so that my game and this page are together, and it's going to be fine. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get my pocket in my hinge here, but that it's big enough to hold. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to clip this for right now. We have our game board, so we will be ready to start playing on the 1st, because this is not the make for the 1st. So there is some prep work that has to be done as we are leading into June, which I'm super excited about. So I hope you are too. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for joining me. Did I show you his little? Oh, I don't think I did. I sent pictures to Tracy, but I don't think I showed you what I did I? I don't know. This is like literally hours later. I did this before lunch, went down, made lunch, and then we were playing games after lunch, and I didn't have the thought process to back this up. See what I said before I went downstairs. And I literally don't know. It's all right. Not a problem. It's going to be fine. But, okay, so we did our envelope. I showed you how we did our envelope. Goodness. I stitched around my pocket on this side. I didn't on this side because I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but this has dried really nicely, and that very brittle book page is now secure to the other. And it seems like the gel medium is holding. This is TCW matte gel medium. I will try to remember to put that down in the Amazon affiliate links, because that's where I found it. And it does smell kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of the smell of it, but it did a good job. It's holding my papers down. No problem. So this is one of the BB Craft dies with the skeletons that I've played with quite a bit, like last year. I made a little dice for him, so he's going to roll the dice because we need a dice to play this game. And then this was just one of the words off of the page that I showed you at the beginning, and then just some die cuts and bits. This is a Tim Holtz die. This is a Tim Holtz die. And then inside, we have our game pieces here. So we'll be able to play our game. I contemplated putting a magnet on the back of these, but then I thought that might be kind of chunky in here, and then I would have to keep track of a magnet as well to be on the back of them. So I opted not to do that. We'll just have to play every day, figure out our game, see what Tracy does, and Tracy and I have to figure out, like, I will roll post in the group what my role was, and then she'll roll. And so we're going to kind of play like that. Because I'm filming ahead, like I will probably share my roles for the days of June starting June 1st, but then I won't know going through what she has rolled until June 1st. So it's going to be kind of delay. So I'm still trying to work the logistics of that out. So this game is probably just going to be done in the Facebook group. I think that's going to be the easiest thing, is that I just start rolling on the 1st. We roll every day, post a picture in the Facebook group so she and I can go back and forth, because with the time frame, the time difference and stuff, it's a little difficult. We're 5 hours apart. So I'm drinking my coffee as she's having her lunch. It's kind of how that works out. So we have to work that out still. But I made a comment when we were chatting the other day, and I said, oh, I'm just going to figure out how to play this by myself. And she goes, I'll play with you. And I was like, okay. So that's how that's going to work. But anyway, so make sure you're over in Tracy's Facebook group so that you can follow, because we're hoping to encourage others to kind of partner up and play as well, back and forth like that, so that it's going to create interaction in the Facebook group, and also maybe make some connections. Maybe you'll make some new connections and make some new friends this way. Okay, so that is going to be my Band-Aid to my boo-boo. I can't believe I did that, because I could have just done this page to whatever size and then put a pocket at the bottom. But that's okay, because I actually really like this side, because Poe is like what I was after on this side. And so he's all here. So I have to figure out how I'm going to enhance him, but that's not a today thing. Today was just getting the game board made. All right, well, I will see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions about what I did, I didn't show you the game board, did I? I'm all messed up because this is like 6 hours later. I did bundled sage embossing glaze on the vines. And on the ladders, I did walnut stain, tattered rose in antique linen to try to give, because she had different colors in the ladders themselves. I wanted to use different glazes in the ladders. So I apologize if this video seems really choppy. It's because at the point where I stopped, but I took pictures to send to Tracy, and then I'm coming back up, like I said, at 6 hours later. I don't remember what I said. So if you have any questions, or I left something important out, please make sure you ask me in the comments below. And of course, I will try to answer you. And always feel free to ask me questions. I will help you guys in any way I can. So thank you for being here. And I hope you are excited about Creep on June. I know I am. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.